A soft hum of power echoes through a marble-lined garage. A silhouette steps out, not a celebrity, not a racer, but a quiet billionaire unlocking something the world will rarely see. Only 50 people on Earth will ever own it. This isn't just a car, it's a statement of legacy, rarity, and silence. So what makes the Maybach V12 one of the rarest machines ever built? Luxury is often mistaken for excess, for noise, for display, for the obvious. But Maybach was never about any of that. The name itself carries a different kind of gravity, one that measures perfection not in speed, but in silence. The 2025 Mercedes Maybach S680 V12 is that philosophy realized in metal, built not for the masses, but for the elite few who understand what power feels like when it whispers. With only 50 units ever created, this is not just a car. It is the final chapter in the age of combustion royalty, a farewell to fire, crafted with reverence. The story begins in 1909. Wilhelm Maybach, a visionary engineer once behind Daimler's greatest engines, founds Maybach Motorenbau, a company born to build engines for Zeppelins. His motto, the best of the best. It wasn't just ambition, it was prophecy. By the 1920s, Maybach created some of the world's most opulent cars, masterpieces designed not merely to move people, but to move emotions. In 1960, Mercedes-Benz acquired the brand, fusing Maybach's aristocratic craftsmanship with German precision. For decades, the name slept, until its rebirth in 2002, when the Maybach 57 and 62 rolled across European streets, poised to rival Rolls-Royce and Bentley. Then, in 2021, Mercedes unveiled something extraordinary: the Maybach S680 V12 4MATIC. It was hand-built, unapologetically grand, powered by what many called the last great 12-cylinder engine. By 2025, a new legend emerged: the limited 50 edition, each one numbered, each one spoken for before the world even knew it existed. According to Mercedes-Benz Global Media, the S680 V12 is powered by a 6.0-liter twin-turbo engine, delivering 621 horsepower and 900 Nm of torque. Despite weighing over 2 tons, it glides from 0 to 100 km/h in just 4.4 seconds, a quiet miracle of engineering. DuPont Registry and Top Gear confirm that only 50 units were produced, each personally allocated to Mercedes' top-tier private clients. Inside, craftsmanship reaches its peak: Napa leather stitched by hand, silver-plated champagne flutes, real wood inlays polished for days, all sourced from sustainable German forests. Beneath its grace lies futuristic intelligence. The E-Active body control system scans the road ahead, adjusting suspension before the car even meets a bump. Every movement, every sound, or lack of it, is intentional. Yet for all its brilliance, the V12 Maybach stirs debate. Critics call it indulgence in an age moving toward sustainability, a relic of an opulent past, fossil fuel's final masterpiece. Environmental analysts note that Mercedes is pivoting to an all-electric future, making this V12 an artifact, the last roar before the silence of electrification. But for collectors, that's precisely the point. Rarity defines value. The V12 Maybach isn't about efficiency, it's about the preservation of something humanity is about to lose: mechanical soul. For those chosen to own one, the Maybach experience begins long before ignition. The invitation is discreet: private calls, unlisted meetings, flights to Stuttgart. There, in Maybach's atelier, owners work alongside artisans who have spent decades perfecting the craft. Leathers that take months to tan, woods polished until their reflection feels like glass, colors mixed for only one owner in the world. Each craftsman leaves a hidden signature inside the car, invisible but eternal. It's not a product, it's a collaboration between precision and poetry. For onlookers, it's the dream of unattainable perfection, proof that true craftsmanship still exists. But for those who build it, it's something bittersweet: the final time they will assemble a 12-cylinder symphony before silence replaces sound. The end of an era, signed in chrome and leather. Automotive historians call it the final heartbeat of mechanical opulence. While the industry races toward automation and AI, the V12 remains defiantly human. 12 cylinders breathing in unison, engineered for smoothness rather than aggression. Economists compare it to owning a Renaissance painting: not for what it does, but for what it represents. Limited supply, irreplaceable artistry, and timeless cultural value. Maybach has always stood apart from its rivals. Rolls-Royce builds statement cars meant to be seen. Maybach builds sanctuaries meant to be felt. The S680 isolates up to 95% of external noise, an interior so quiet it almost humbles you. Because the sound of true wealth isn't loud, it's absent. A century of engineering, 12 cylinders of art, 50 keys to history. The Maybach V12 isn't just a car, it's the last great mechanical masterpiece built by human hands in an age soon to be run by machines. What happens next will shape the legacy of luxury itself. In the near future, Mercedes will transition fully to electric Maybachs, preserving the aura but not the soul of combustion. Collectors predict these 50 cars will one day command astronomical prices. The next gullwing moment, a symbol of when power still had a heartbeat. And though engineers hint at a hybrid successor, most know this is the end. A farewell that can never be replicated. The Maybach V12 is not for speed, not for show, but for silence. The kind of mechanical piece that can only be experienced, never explained. It represents everything that made luxury sacred: human skill, restraint, and timeless precision. Before the age of silence takes hold. If you want to explore another story of legacy, perfection, and quiet power, watch Inside Rolls-Royce. The Silent Power of Perfection. Next on Velthcrest. All details in this film are drawn from verified reports, official Mercedes-Benz publications, and expert automotive analyses as of 2025. The figures may evolve, but the legacy of the V12 Maybach will never fade.